Travis Wingoodsall just got through watching PBS, and apparently late last night, Biden's team and McCarthy's team came to an agreement to resolve the debt. And so, if you're unfamiliar because you were watching Fox News, and now we're no longer watching Fox News because they betrayed you, and you're kind of curious as to why. We'll have to take you back in time. Before the midterms in 2022, the MAGA seditious conspirators, who are still in office despite the 14th Amendment, ran on a campaign promise of tanking the economy to destroy Biden's America. And MAGA are the only party in American government history who have kept their campaign promises. Or at least tried to keep them. Which is scary. But nonetheless, yeah, that's how they figured out how to do it. Is to default on the nation's debt. You know, Trump's bills. That's what the debt is all about. Trump cranked up the debt. Far worse than Obama. Far worse than Bush, who started the fiasco in the first place with that whole 9/11 thing. But, that's how they were going to do it. They were going to destroy America, shame Biden. They're going to impeach him. Marjorie Taylor Greene already filed impeachment proceedings, in case you didn't know. And so, yeah, we were told at the beginning of this year, near the beginning of the year, earlier this year, that our debt could not sustain itself any further, and it's expected that around June 1st, plus or minus, we would default on our debts, which would send a horrifying ripple effect throughout the whole world, crashing the world's economies again, far worse than in 2008. So, the MAGA came up with a bill to punish and exterminate the poor. And so obviously that was never going to get passed. But that's what fascists do. They cause the problem, then victim blame, and then the problem occurs, and then they come up and say, we're the only people who can fix the problem that we caused and then victim blamed you about. Trust us. They never change. It's always the same pattern. Always. They have no originality, no creativity. It's just the same. It's just bullying. That's all it is. It's stupid how people fall for it and let them into power. But nonetheless, and so, yeah, they've been resisting. And I've been doing the videos letting you know that the church paid for all of this to make it happen. Because when America falls, the church can now claim the land for Zion. And they've got land throughout the whole world. So when those governments fall, they then come in and say, hey, we own the land. We're your new masters. Join or die. And it won't be tithing anymore. It'll be the law of consecration. So now you have to give everything to the church, and you get at least bread and water to survive. Except now during construction, where the prisoners under this holy temple going without bread and water. If you saw the previous video I did. And so, earlier last week, she came out and she now knew definitively that if nothing gets done to resolve the matter by June 5th, which is Monday, the economy will collapse. We will default on our debt, and all hell will break loose. And so PBS said late last night, the two teams working on it finally came to a resolution. McCarthy is quoted by the reporters and recording them that both sides have had to compromise, will have to compromise in order to get this passed. So we're not there yet. So yeah, he's basically saying the MAGA seditious conspirators who were supposed to be removed because of the 14th Amendment, which includes Mike Lee of Utah, are not going to like it. And the progressives in the Democrat Party are not going to like it. And so that may be a problem still, as even PBS acknowledged. Both sides will have to concede in order to vote for it to avoid the collapse of America. See, but after the House votes for it, it goes to the Senate with Lee. And then they have to approve it in order for it to be put on Biden's desk, and then he signs it. And this usually takes time. And we're in a Memorial Day weekend. And so when they get back on Tuesday, yeah, that's it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are your typical work days. Congress has been known because of emergencies to work on the weekends. And so Saturday and Sunday, 6 days to have it on the desk before the default on Monday. So, yeah. So it's likely it will be held up because of the progressives and MAGA who need to be heard with their disapproval of the bill. They're all going to want to read the bill, not like the Patriot Act that just got pushed through because of the patriotism of Americans to get this passed so we can get our enemies. Then Congress found out later, hey, wait a minute, you took away our authority. As if you didn't know that was going to happen. So yeah, there's very likely to be some things that we the people aren't going to be happy with either. And so regardless of which side you're on, you're going to hear it from them as to what you won't be happy with. But Constitution says we're not supposed to have party government. Articles 4 and 6. Everybody misses that. We have never followed the Constitution. Never. So, anyway, yeah, the church wants their kingdom back. So if the government are bad boys, because Lucifer has already given Jesus the keys of the government. And so They're saying that if this gets passed, the debt limit will be extended until 2025, which is after the millennium. It'll go past 8 April 2024, which is the last day of the latter days and the start of the millennium. Which is good timing for the church, because in the beginning, when they announced that they were going to do construction on the Salt Lake Temple, they said that it was going to be ready for the April 6th and 7th conference of 2024. And then as time went on, they then kept postponing it. I'm sure it had nothing to do with my videos exposing all of this. Not at all. No, they weren't following me since my lawsuits against them. Which, no, they were following me before, because YouTube had tanked my views in 2018. That's when a whole surge of viewers for my #1 video that was done in July of 2017 occurred. And so, yeah, the church, yeah, because that's when, yep. Evil is so predictable. It's like they don't even consider, how do we conceal our wickedness and crimes? Nope, they just do them right out in the open. And any legitimate police investigation can figure it out. Follow the money and go, oh, we gotcha. But no, they're all compromised to the church. But, yeah. So now the church is stuck in a dilemma here. I mean, Mike Lee will not vote for it. Watch. Senator Lee will vote no. Mitt Romney, he'll vote yes. But that's why Lee is in there. And Lee, now they're going to have to figure out something else to do if this passes. So the church already succeeded in getting the Respect for Marriage Act with their exemption clause. So now they're going to have to figure out, okay, what are we going to do now? But watch, I'm willing to bet Lee will introduce more pork to hold it up, delay it, and then again get voted down, as he always does. Watch. And so now the church, if it does get passed, they're going to have to figure out another way to destroy America. And yeah, we could hope for natural disasters. Some of them aren't as easy to accomplish, like earthquakes. You can do weather manipulations, but earthquakes are a little bit trickier. You have to incorporate a mining operation in magna. To trigger earthquakes. But, yeah. So it'll be interesting, because the church is running out of time here. They need enough time to have America destroyed so that they can then have this grand opening on conference weekend. We're back. Did you miss us? Oh, you're dead? We own the place now. We're the new masters. Oh, this is what they're planning. Joseph Smith knew this is what they were planning, because this has been in the works for 200 years. And so it's his big parable that he tells Mormons about in section 101. And he refers to it in other sections and in sections that Brigham Young was so upset with that he refused to publish it. 19 July 1840 in the Joseph Smith Papers. So, yeah, the prophets are going to flee and abandon us. And then they're going to come back after the destruction, and we own the land. We now are the government. We're a theocracy. And Nelson will most likely be dead by then. And Oakes will step up and, I'm the king. I am the supreme ruler. I am the decider. Dad. 1,000 points of light. So, yeah. All the prophecies say that they're going to get caught and locked up. Wouldn't that be nice? Ain't going to happen. They compromised the DOJ. I gave him an opportunity to prove me wrong. He chose not to. So, yeah. So I think probably the next step would be to arrest Trump for seditious conspiracy, or at least the documents. I think they're still holding off on that one. But the documents, that seems to be next. Maybe, possibly could be. Although I guess the other rape case is also involved, and the Georgia election is also involved in play, and yeah, he's got a whole ton of stuff. The Daily Show with Trevor Noah gone, they put out a clip, even with the writer's strike going on, about a new app. Hilarious. So, alrighty, I'll finish for the day. 6:30 already. So yeah, that's what we would then look for. Is if this doesn't do it, they then go to the next plan. Plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A, B, B, C, C, D, D. They have to keep coming up with new plans. Because things aren't working out the right way as they were planning and plotting. But still possible. So be alert. Something else will come up that they will trigger the destruction of America with. And in case you didn't know, this is the bicentennial year of the second vision. You familiar with that? Day that shall burn as an oven. See, I did the videos earlier this morning to let you guys know of all of the prophecies that have been fulfilled thus far. So, alrighty.